Drakkenheim has fallen. The once shining capital of Westemar was devastated by unholy fire from the stars. 15 years later, adventurers, soldiers, priests, and cutthroats swarmed the city seeking riches, renown, and revelation within the ruins. But nightmares and death prey upon those very souls from within the shadows over Westemar. Welcome to the Shadows over Westmar. This is an unofficial live play based on the world of Drakkenheim by the Dungeon Dudes using the D&D 5e system. I'm Ziggy, your showrunner, and I'm pleased to be here with Ohana.
Hi all, I'm Alhana, and I'll be playing our resident Chaos Goblin Sprock,
Moose.
the Barbarian.
Hi, my name is Moose. I will be playing the Dirtbag Hunter's Moon, the Human Reborn Cleric Monk multiclass.
And Ozma.
Hi, I'm Ozma. I'm going to be playing the family-based Blood Hunter. Yeah. So I'm the only family here. No,
Is the family in the
you're
room
not
with
my
us
found
now?
family anymore. But yeah.
Oh, damn. Okay, a lot changed, I see.
No.
And I'm also pleased to announce that Monsters of Drakkenheim has come out, at least in the beta PDF. So that means from this point forward, we're going to be playing with some extra rules. Specifically, things regarding the more chaotic aspects of delirium and mutation. The old table from... I may have to pick up my dog in a second. She is crying so horribly for me. But the old tables both only had 20 items each. The new ones, for both arcane anomalies and mutations, both have 50.
Oh my god.
What's the worst that could happen? It's
Not
fine.
only that, but they
no.
are all specifically arranged from beneficial to neutral to harmful. So the higher you roll, the better it is for you. And the lower you roll, well,
Oh boy,
you
the
may
Comet
just
Smasher
cause an arcane cascade.
Oh boy, Comet Smasher gonna go crazy.
And the best thing about all of this is that I have over 150 new monsters that fit within Drakkenheim.
Oh shit.
And one of my favorite things that have come out of this book is the layers and locations section, which tells me what monsters should appear in which areas of Drakkenheim. Oh, as I get deeper in this book, it's gonna get more and more fun. And may I mention that it has added a new little system as well. Evolving bosses. If you don't kill a boss at a certain time, he could show up later and more powerful.
Oh boy, it's fucking Pokemon.
Okay, it's
The
the
Nemesis
Mordor
system.
game.
Yeah, the Nemesis system.
Yeah, well, not quite, but yeah.
Should I mention to the players who know, the Executioner got an upgrade through that.
I was thinking, hey, let's not go to Slaughterstone Square.
Well, maybe, just maybe, it'll be more beneficial to go there earlier than before he gets upgraded.
Fuck that, I'm moving. I'm fucking moving. You can keep the damn square.
We're suddenly traveling adventurers. We want to go to every city but the one we're in. And
exactly.
And I know... Okay, I gotta pick up Daisy. She is crying oh so much. She is crying for her dad. Don't you growl at me, little missy. Don't you growl at me. Come here. Actually, no. I can't mention that thing on Twitch. I cannot mention that site on Twitch. Or on YouTube.
Oh, raggy.
Oh, it's nothing. Before anyone gets concerned, it's nothing 18 plus. I started up an account on a certain other site for commission voice work, and in the next few weeks, I'm gonna start actually recording things. I just want to make sure that the puppies are getting fixed tomorrow. As of streaming this, they are getting fixed tomorrow, and I want to make sure that the next couple weeks go smooth, so they're all recovered, and we don't have any issues before I start doing any other side projects.
Mm-hmm.
But with all that said, I think it's time for us to head back into the ruins. Last session was interesting.
Yeah, to say the least.
Yeah, trip through the sewers, but not the trip through the sewers from the other game we just happened to end up in last second.
I mean, here's the thing, is that both games technically could go to the same place at different points. You never know. And, well, I have all sorts of ideas everywhere. But Daisy is begging for more, and I don't know what she wants. But, last session, the party ended up in the sewer, and they got stuck by a sluice gate, of all things. This gate is a very thick, gate made out of steel, and emblazoned upon it is the sigil of the Von Draken family. Daisy, I fucking swear, you either need to... Do you want out? Do you want in the hallway? You want in the hallway? Alright, fucking go. 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 Come on. You wanna go in
Unleash
hallway?
the
I'll let you
beast.
fucking go.
Unleash the demon.
What do you want?
For some reason, all I can think about is the start
It's
of Final
game
Fantasy
time.
12.
You know the rule. I have things to do at game time, Daisy. If you keep crying, I'm just gonna pick you up again.
It's always problems
There's
with
a-
the sluice gates.
Fucking out of pepperoni.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this
So I
thing
got
seems fucking
Big
dangerous.
Sleuth Chaos confetti this shit. Good girl. Good girl. Sit. Chopper. Good boy. Free for all. Yeah, I am officially out of pepperoni. Ugh. I love these puppies, but fucking hell. Can you please
Well,
learn
they're-
English?
Well, Timmy's not here. We need to make a sacrifice.
Also, you left Ericos at the gate,
We did do that.
meaning it's just you three down here. And
Sure.
you awoken a lot of ghouls who were hidden behind a steel door that was locked for some time.
That we battered down.
Yep. So that means I'm gonna drag y'all over to the handy-dandy low-quality map that I made, and the reason why it's low quality is because the screenshot made it that way.
Ah,
I promise, it looked much better, and you know the quality of the shit I do. I even put a
yeah, it's out the bar.
I even put a Raven skull in the corner to try to fuck with Hunter's Moon.
Drakkenburb, is that you?
No, Khonshu.
Oh, that bitch. You bitch.
Alright, so from here, I need.
Hot damn.
Can you? Oh my god. Ugh, roll 20. I love you and hate you at the same time.
Is your flippable token working yet for you, Moose?
Haven't worked on it.
We could do that after the
since-
session.
We can do that after the session. I like what I've got going on right now.
Yes, wearing the suit into the sewers. Fitting.
Look. I had to look nice for the bar fight. I didn't have time to change into the work clothes, okay?
Alright, and I was supposed to have all this set up, but I needed to get some food in me. Because those who do not know, I may have slipped a disc on Thursday.
Yikes.
But the good news is that the exercises and stretches I've been doing lately have helped immensely, and I should be back to normal before I go back to work.
Hell yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Oh, right, I got a basic bitch in there too. I gotta be able to read the names. Alright, so the first one to react to after the door falling would have been Hunter's Moon. I should have put torches on either side of the door, but it's right where Anna is.
Okay. That's a shitload of haze husks, isn't it? Yeah.
Multiple things.
Multiple things. Okay. Randall's going to walk up, dusting off his suit after being in the fucking sewers for so long, and present his holy symbol. Turn
Oh
undead.
boy.
Get the fuck away from me.
Alright, so you're only level 5, so I don't think you get the...
I do not have destroy undead. It's just making them run away.
Okay, so you're right here. They have to just go away from you at the beginning of their turn. No, they make a saving throw.
Yep.
Yeah,
Each creature
to
that can
make
hear
a
and see you
saving
must
throw.
make a wisdom save.
What's your spell save, DC?
Daisy,
it
you need to come the
is.
fuck
Hold
here
on,
or
hold on. I
stop.
know this. 14.
I love you, but fucking hell, you need to either come here or stop crying to me. Alright, wisdom. My fucking...
That's fail.
Fail.
Actually, technically... No, wait, no, I'm using the wrong one. I'm using the wrong one. Alright, the dregs are these ones.
Pass. Pass.
Wow.
Fail.
Fail.
Alright, now the husks.
Fail.
And now Ko is acting up.
Fail.
Okay.
Fail.
Fail.
Roll 20, please fucking cooperate.
Pass.
Pass. Okay.
Pass.
Pass. Damn.
Alright. I wish I could close my fucking door. Alright, so... all the... So, it looks like Aquatic failed. Where the fuck is your AC? What is your
Mine?
AC?
This freaky looking bitch.
Why? It's not fucking registering the AC changes. There it goes. And why does... that one just doesn't have a fucking AC, apparently.
AC 0. Great.
Okay, so Haze White. It's actually bothering the fuck out of me. Because I had all this working yesterday. Okay, Haze White. They're just whites. What?
Roll 20's gonna roll 20.
The fuck? Alright, it's white with extra shit. Now Daisy's gonna start pissing me off. I love you, but fucking Christ, I can't have you crying at me right now.
White's AC 14.
I would love... Not 145. That's not until you hit level 10. With Sprox to hit, yeah, I'm gonna need something with triple digits AC.
Why?
Why is it just not fucking adding? Save. Save.
Sorry, this is
Okay.
3-5 now, and we're fighting a Tarrasque.
No, I have something better. The new Monsters Drakkenheim has a Drakkenheim replacement for the Tarrasque. I'm not
No,
fucking
I didn't
kidding.
want to hear that. I didn't want to hear that. Now I'm scared.
You should be.
What have you done?
Alright, I'm
What
guessing
have you
all
done?
the... Daisy, I'm about to just put you in gay baby jail for the rest of this fucking session. And then Aquatic failed, the other two passed. Okay, we're good.
Okay, we're good.
Yeah, sorry, it's... Both of the parents are...
Okay.
I can't wait to have an office.
Hold on. Okay.
That's fucking it. No. You are not gonna fucking sit there chirping at me and then fucking run away from me.
No, can I think
Yes,
I can
you're
use
so vicious.
Step
so
of the Wind
vicious,
after using this
You're so
channel
evil
divinity,
and
can I?
vicious.
I don't have to use a melee attack, don't I?
So hostile, so angry. No, you're staying right fucking here. You're staying in my lap and you're getting belly rubs. Alright, I am back. I am so sorry. The mascot will mascot.
Okay. I'm gonna use a key point to disengage.
Alright. And where are you moving?
Just gonna move back towards this way. And that'll be my turn.
Alright, that leads to this Dreg, who is not affected. It's gonna go up to Anna. That's a normal Dreg.
How dare you?
And he's gonna try to stab you. For 6. Don't think that hits.
Unfortunately, my AC is like 3. No, I'm kidding. No, that does not hit.
Alright. Haze Husk.
You have a random stick thrown at you and it hits you 100% of the time.
Now, I do believe since you are out of line of sight, they are able to move towards the door. Turn creature must spend its turn trying to move as far away from you as possible. It can't willingly... No, it has to move away. So it doesn't have a choice. It needs to run away. Yeah.
Yeah. Go the fuck
Alright.
away.
Anna's turn.
There appears to be a monster in my way, so
I swear.
do I need to select attack? Sorry, I keep switching systems.
No, I'm frustrated because
no
of Daisy.
automation in Roll20.
Does a 13 hit?
Yes. Oh my fucking god, Daisy. Fucking go. Ugh. I'm guessing she heard someone here because she ran out of my lap and immediately started chirping at the door.
10 slashing, 6 cold counts as magical.
That is against a... It's against a drag. Alright, so 10 slashing, 6... Alright.
6 cold.
Got it.
Still up.
Yep. Hey, little man.
I'm
can
guessing
handle
a
you.
16 hits.
Maybe.
13 slashing, 6 cold.
It is slain. I have a little chopper at my feet now. Hey, boyo. You went up?
Chopper.
Okay, I'm going to move here to give Sprock room
He actually jumped into my arms.
to rage the area to death. So
Yeah, you can move
I'm
through.
doing the smart thing and getting out of Sprock's way because
Although 5e allows you to move through allies but not enemies.
oh
so
yeah. No. Yes, I get that you can move through the spaces and everything can work well, but like as a character, I'm moving out of Sprock's way, so Sprock can just charge right in.
Ow. Chopper, no biting my nose.
But anyway, that's the end of my turn.
Alright,
That's all I can
Ace
do.
Husk. He's scared, so he also has to cower in a corner. Then Sprock.
I don't care how small the room is. Fireball.
Okay, we'll start with the unique guy.
That's just a basic big zombie.
Oh, that's just the zombie.
He will be uniquely dead.
Okay, we'll start the other side. This guy.
Alright, that is a white.
So,
Well, a haze
raging.
white. Alright.
Swiping with the os chapter.
Hi, good boy.
That's a 19.
That's a hit. Oh, are you a good boy? Are you getting
total
neutered
of-
tomorrow?
For a total of 35.
Jesus shit! Hang
Yeah.
on, why are
Oh
none
my
of these
God.
rolls showing up on my end? Because I was slightly rolled up. What the fuck? Okay. Okay. He's probably not going to be able to do anything fun or special his turn.
Remember, reckless attack brace. Second attack. Should have done it on the first turn, but I didn't. 16.
That's a hit. Yeah, he's just dead.
Ow.
He's just dead.
Ow.
Are you cleaving?
Yeah.
Okay, so the next guy's dead too.
Well, damn.
Who's next?
Oh, there's no room in my lap now.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Dreg. He's technically not moving. Well, actually, no, he is moving closer. He has to run away. They all, because of... Do they get a reroll on their turn? Or no?
And
I don't
actually,
think so.
actually, that one moving, because that one was here, wasn't it?
He was he was right here.
Uh-huh. Horse chopper has reach.
Yeah, I know. My chair is hurting my back.
19
That's a hit.
for 26.
That's a kill.
Ow.
Chopper, do you ever
Barbarians.
run out of kisses to give? All right.
Specifically, what's doing it is the contaminated fury.
Yeah.
All
Class
right.
is just disgusting.
All he can do is slam on Sprock, and that's a fucking 6. I don't think a 6 hits.
It's just a bad day. Bad day to be you, huh, buddy?
You know what's funny? Timu's actually worried about this encounter.
Oh, that's hilarious. No, this is the 3 most powerful people in the party.
Honestly, if it weren't for Turn Undead, it could have been dangerous for the first 2 of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that definitely made a huge difference. Or whatnot.
Especially because, yeah, especially because the Haze White actually has contamination abilities.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Hi, puppy.
That's why it had to be all 3 of us.
Hi, puppy.
Well, actually, it just had to be
Hi, puppy.
Moose and Alhana were the important ones. But like, I do some damage.
Chopper,
I help out some.
I just beat things into the dirt until they're dead.
Chopper, you do know I have to talk, right?
I'm not a good investigator. I'm not very good. I'm not very well read. Just point me at something to beat into the earth. I'll do it. Speaking of which, fuck, that missed.
Rip.
Fuck you, martial arts. I'll do it again.
Fuck
asshole.
you, Baltimore. All right,
That
that's
one
a hit.
definitely hits.
Actually, no, your first one hits.
Oh, it does?
They have an AC of 8.
Oh.
All right, so...
Okay.
8 damage so far.
All right. Want to give me that second attack?
I did.
Because the first one hit. All right.
I did. Yeah, I did. For a total of 8.
Oh yeah, you only have 1 key point right now, don't you?
I have. Well, I guess I can burn. I can burn another one, can I?
Yeah, furry of blows.
Yeah, I do.
I guess I know I said furry.
We
Yeah,
can take a
fuck
short.
you.
We can take a short rest after this. It'll restore some shit.
Where the hell did I? There you are, bastard. Okay.
You
There
made
you
2
are.
more unarmed strikes.
Yep. I just wanted to make sure I actually had it up. That one definitely hits.
Oh no.
4. Damn. Wow. Okay. I bitch slapped him right there at the end. That's what
You
I
gave
did.
him a few mild concussions back to back.
I'll tell you what, I cannot wait to get a new weapon. Holy shit. You know what I have in mind. That
Yeah.
will be my turn.
All right.
Not necessarily, because as you level, your martial arts die goes up, which doesn't that affect damage?
I
Gotta
think it
double check that.
might.
Now,
I'll
the
double check.
question is, they are backed into a corner. It
And they have to
only
run
use the
away from
dash
me.
action, or try to escape from an effect that prevents it from moving. This one can't. It can't willingly go closer to you, and technically moving in any direction is moving closer to you. So it has to take the dodge action. Which isn't going to help much.
Yeah, dice changes as you level to match your martial arts die. Your martial arts die goes up to D6 at level 5.
Okay,
D8
Okay,
at level
makes sense.
11.
This one is no longer turn because you smacked it.
I see.
I'm gonna go here and attack the zombie because
Why not?
that's well, it frees up Sprock, and Sprock has cleave, so does a 23 hit?
Maybe.
Oh shit!
Maybe
Yeah.
just maybe by barely.
Okay, 12 slashing, 6 cold.
Alright. 12/6 cold. That is 18. Okay. It's still up.
Okay. Does a
Chunky.
25 hit?
No.
Okay.
Another 16.
Yeah, that's 16.
I do not. Technically could. Technically could. It technically can get that if it rolls a 21 or a higher. And it doesn't. So, the zombie's dead.
Okay, and then I'm gonna move 2 more spaces just to get a little bit closer and end my turn.
Alright. So this Haze Husk is...
Run! Fucking run!
It's gonna try to grapple Hunter's Moon. So oppose athletics checks.
Opposed athletics. Oh boy.
Alright.
Oh no.
It succeeds.
Oh, no.
It does succeed.
Then it's Sprock's turn.
Had to kick this fucker right off of me.
Okay. So we'll take the one right in front. First, reckless attack. 18
That hits.
for 18.
Alright. I was about to ask why the fuck there's birds out, and I remembered it's March.
Second attack.
Yeah, the birds are everywhere right now.
It still
Wow.
hits.
It still hits.
Yeah.
Wow.
They have an 8. Alright. Fun
Cool.
thing. Death Burst. Constitution saves you too.
This is why I use these fuckers as grenades.
That's a pass on Hunter's Moon.
Advantage.
You will not get me, Cancer.
Alright.
Pass from Sprock.
You both succeed. The other one has to make a con save, though. And it fails. So it takes... here's the funny thing. It can technically die here and trigger again.
Yeah.
And it does.
This bastard.
Actually, no, it doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. I misread. Alright.
I mean, that would be diabolical if it could.
Technically, Sprock could have cleaved it to kill it, though.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so...
And even if the excess damage from the cleave didn't kill it, I also had a bonus action attack with the blunt end of the horse chopper.
You were going to cleave it?
If it hadn't have died from the burst, then yeah.
Alright, so... Another Death Burst.
Ow.
Already made the 19 save.
Okay, neither of you take the extra damage. I'm gonna be excited when I get to throw like 50 of these bitches at you.
I was gonna say, at least let me throw the fucker away first, but never mind.
Okay, he gets the blunt end. That would have been an advantage. Let me roll again, just in case I crit. No. And that's only for 19 damage.
It's still... No, that one's alive. That one's alive.
And that's my turn.
Alright, his husk gets to make a slam attack against you.
Nope.
Then it goes to Hunter's Moon. You just got swamp gassed by 2 zombies.
Simple. Just gotta walk up, punch it square in the face.
Watch you somehow not kill it.
I will be very surprised.
It's 5.
5.
Yeah, that's a kill. Which means death burst.
Be fine. Fine.
And safe.
Save.
Given my luck with con saves, I'm glad I stayed, a little bit further away.
Hunter's Moon looks at his suit after all of these fuckers just exploded, and he just goes, I ruined another damn suit.
To be fair, I would have needed to roll really badly to fail that. Because
I've just been rolling decently.
I would only have failed that on a 1 or a 2.
I do not think that... Yeah, no, Sprock would not be able to get contamination that way. Because you have to fail by 5 or more, which means roll a 5 or lower.
It's a shame. I don't know prestidigitation.
I just need more shit to throw at him.
I took a moment to take a bite of pizza.
Yeah, that's the thing. Do you want Spock to get more contaminated?
Depends on how contaminated you are now.
For every level of contamination I go up, I get 2d8 extra damage.
Yeah, this class is kind of a menace. I'm not gonna lie.
Granted, it only really works in Drakkenheim, but you do notice that even though the ghouls and zombies in this room had stopped screaming, there's still something else screaming in this room.
Just gonna make a...
I look around.
Okay, yeah. I don't know shit.
I'm
gonna bloodlust apparently. I'm started from murdering these fucking haze husks.
It's fine, I look around.
17 on perception, and I got a 19.
Yeah, I've got 19.
You notice that there is a decapitated head on the table that's yelling, pull the copper, flip the brass, don't pull the iron lever last.
Pull copper, pull brass, don't pull iron last?
What are you talking about?
No shake. What's going on?
Pull the copper, flip the brass, don't pull the iron lever last.
About to take his ass with me like Mimir.
With your perception, though, you would notice that there are 3 levers on the wall. They just kind of blend into the floor. I tried to make them stand out, but I didn't have the resources. This map probably would have worked better on Dungeon Scroll, but I know Dungeon Alchemist better.
Can I make a check to see if I can recall in my history who this guy was, or where these levers lead to, what they do?
You can try.
19.
Hmm. All right. So you know that these gates, the sluice gates, are an integral part of Drakkenheim security. It is an integral part of the siege, counter siege tactics that would disallow people from entering in the city through the sewers.
Okay.
And very likely, this is one of the men who operated these gates and stayed his post after the meteor fell. By looking around, you could probably gather that all the creatures that you just killed were once guards of Drakkenheim.
So they were down there with him with the sluice gate, or
Yeah, they were all in this room,
or they were just
yeah.
Okay.
Bet you feel bad now.
Nope, not at all.
What direction are the levers?
They are all in the up position.
Okay.
Here.
Each of these levers look different from the other.
Hang on.
And the clue was pull the copper, push the brass.
Pull the copper, flip the brass. Don't pull the iron lever last.
So yeah, I assume it would be. I assume it would be
Well, iron has got to either go
Iron-
first or second.
Mm-hmm.
iron brass, copper brass. Right? I don't know what accent my brain went there.
Don't pull the iron, so it'd be either iron copper or copper
Well,
iron.
No, don't pull the iron last.
Or it could be iron brass or brass iron. Because there's nothing that says that copper and brass are in the right order.
Right.
Yeah, I just know brass needs to be pulled down before it gets flipped up.
So iron, brass, copper.
But it doesn't say that. All it says is pull the copper, flip the brass.
Mm-hmm.
Which you can take to assume you do copper then brass, but it doesn't specifically say in that order. But if you don't, then there's no other clue to the order. Because the only clue that has anything to do with the order is the order on the iron, which is not last.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking iron brass, copper brass.
Which then going left to right seems a bit of an easy solution.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because brass would need to be flipped, but for it to be flipped, it needs to be pulled down first. Right?
No, you can flip something from one position to another.
Oh.
Yeah.
I just assumed that they meant it needs to go up.
You know the best thing about this? You don't have Ericos here to help you out. We have 0 intelligence-based characters dealing with the riddle right now.
It's fine. I have a lot of
It's,
wisdom. That's the important thing.
Yeah, I know what not to do. I just don't know what to do.
Get bonuses to my perception, survival, and intimidation for the next, I don't know, 9 minutes. But
Oh,
yeah, I don't think either of those are going to help.
I'm sorry, I just got fucking gobsmacked by the fact that my beer has 16 grams of sugar in it. Jesus fuck.
Skull, is flip up or down? Skull person, is flip up or down?
Hey, no chink. The fish woman's asking you a question.
Pull the copper, flip the brass, don't pull the iron lever last.
Yeah, seems to be distinction. I still say iron, brass, copper, brass. Oh wait, no, brass, iron, copper, brass. I don't know.
I don't know. Brass, iron, copper doesn't seem horrible.
No, they're saying brass, iron, copper, brass. Because I think Ozma's logic is you switch the brass on, put the iron on, then the copper on, then turn the brass off.
Yeah.
Correct?
Is that how you want to do it?
Yeah, that seems like
Yeah, what's the worst that could happen?
Yeah, it seems like a decent way to go about
The
it.
whole place could explode.
You would not believe how many times what's the worst that could happen has been said in the actual fucking podcast. Alright,
To be fair, I like that joke.
Science, bitch.
So, you pull the brass down, and as you do, you feel chunk, 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 chunk. And you hear several gears clicking inside the walls until it finally halts with a small thud. You move towards the iron and pull it down, and you hear the sound of metal chains being pulled taut, clanging and ringing from inside.
Spock's scanning the walls for anywhere that traps could spring out from in case anything goes wrong.
I want to check that, and I just want to make sure that the.
Pen, no.
I want to try and do that too. Nope.
You inhale deep as you pull the copper down, and you hear more gears turning, clinging, clanging, turning and moving what sounds like a number of small doors within the walls. And in the distance, you hear more clanging of heavy iron. Then you return back to the brass. You flip it back up, and you hear thousands of gallons of rushing water pouring in the hallway, rushing down the sewers as the sluice gate begins to open.
Oh, fuck. Oh, boy.
Although technically that's what sluice gates are designed for.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking it was going to be the sluice gate.
And if we were wanting the sluice gates to open, that would have happened anyway.
As Hunter's Moon, you would have taken a peek in the hallway as you heard it. And while some of the water is kind of splashing up into the room, you kind of get the picture that that door would have held it back without any problem, but the water itself isn't really pulling into the room. The sewers of Drakkenheim are largely an engineering marvel, and they were designed for these kinds of crises. After all, the Dran River does flood, and Drakkenheim is a river city. With all the planning over hundreds of years of this kingdom standing, they would have thought of something like that. And you kind of realize, well, we can't really go anywhere until that water stops. It's going too fast.
Randall wants to just,
So may as well take a short rest
yeah.
and check
Yeah.
what's in this room.
I did mean to decorate it, but by the time I got there, it was 5 till game time.
Mm-hmm.
As Randall goes into the room, he just wants to look at the wall or like anywhere in the corner just to see, like almost half annoyed with himself if he's like, I swear if I left one here, just to see if he left a marker to see if this is a good like holdout spot.
He wouldn't have gotten in here. That
Okay,
door
fair
was sealed for 15 years.
Fair enough. Okay, fair enough.
Uh,
These tunnels were a big part of his trafficking.
yeah. It's
or
just this
smuggling.
door was sealed.
Fair enough.
25 to open it.
You're able to get it open pretty easily. The door itself is pretty swollen from the humidity, but with a couple good tugs, you're able to get it unstuck. This room itself looks like a combination of what was once a storage room and a bunk. I know it's not there. Fight me. It's been a long week. But there's a few bedrolls in here, and a couple barrels of very, very old salted fish.
Snack.
Randall will pocket some of the fish. Just be like, well, this will be a repayment for Ericos missing out on helping us. I'll be sure to guilt trip him with this.
Well, Sprockle just eat a couple.
Give me a Constitution save. I'm assuming you have advantage.
Is that a 10?
I believe so.
On the 10 or the advantage?
I would believe I would have advantage because,
Mm.
yeah, Flores I could just about eat anything. I got the makeshift meals, background skill, which is about like
Alright,
surviving off of pretty much anything.
fair enough. Alright, you do not gain a level of contamination.
I'm sure Ericos can do something about that. I won't tell him about it, but I'm sure he'll figure it out.
Tasty.
Hunter's Moon, as you see Sprock eating it, you're very certain one of the fish just said, "Help me."
Is it one of the ones that I'm holding, or just the one, like one of the ones?
One of the
that
ones
I
that
didn't take?
Sprock is taking a bite out of.
Eat that one next.
Alright, so you're taking a rest?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Everyone give me a d6.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
1, 3, 2.
Um,
Oh boy.
All right. So
How-
actually, that's not. How it works.
do I use hit dice first for resting, or is something going to happen first?
Oh, good point. I can.
Well, I'll give you the short rest. Don't worry.
Okay. I'm trying to think. D10
Back up to full.
plus 3.
I actually didn't even get hit there, but my key was low.
Oh.
So
That's from a couple of fights ago.
Do I not have the stat block for that? I'm sad. I thought I put it in. I had something.
Oh.
Is it plus con for each roll?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just being safe with my HP before I immediately hurt myself again. Because I need to re-magic my sword.
Okay, so
Okay.
I do not have the stat block itself that I wanted to use. So, and I don't have the token for that prep, so sad. I was gonna do something funny. Which one is better? Which one's better, chat?
I get the mood for fun.
Alright, so I feel like this one would be better. Yeah, we're gonna do this one. Alright. So, as you're resting, you do eventually hear the water slowing down. And just spoiler, the thing I wanted to use was a take on the Chul. But I don't have the Drakkenheim version of it there. They're supposed to have like a hypnotizing gaze and all that. It would have been fun. But as you are resting up and waiting for the water to rush by, you start hearing a series of very wet slaps coming from the hole, from the tunnel. Then it gets
There's
closer
always something.
and closer. Then after a moment, the head on the table stops yelling.
Draw my weapon.
I'm drawing 2 handfuls of shurikens. And I'm gonna peek through the doorway just to see if anything is in the hallway.
Alright, you go. Put your token where you want it to.
So like this is the doorway.
Alright, yeah.
This is the doorway here.
Yeah, the door is right here.
So
yeah, I just kind of want to peek through, like open the door, peek through it, and just see if I notice any movement on the floor as I have these drawn, ready to throw.
Give me a perception check.
Fuck that. I'll use one of these.
Alright, so. Sorry, chat, but I gotta roll my pretty die in order to do this. Because I don't want to spoil things just
18.
yet. So, it gets a +2. Alright, you see this. You see the head on the table is being lifted up by what looks to be these octarine tendrils coming out of a large, almost indescribable mass.
I just kind of, I look back towards Sprock, looking away from the door, and I tell him, I don't think this is very good.
Well, we can't stay in here forever.
You go first, I'll follow close behind.
You trying to sneak past it?
We could, yeah. We could. In
Well,
that case, I should probably go up front.
I don't know that I can
With sneaking.
sneak well.
I can try.
I'm trying to think. Do I have disadvantage? Is scale mail disadvantage?
If you dragged and dropped it on, it would tell you.
that's a 2024. I want the rules that I care about. Disadvantage on stealth.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. So, no, not Wolverine armor. I'm also not proficient in stealth, so it'd be like +1.
Well, all right then. We don't have to try and just stealth around this thing. I mean, we could, but if that's the case,
Well, if you've got better than a +4 to stealth, you go first. If not, I'll try and stealth past first. Because if me or you fail, then
yeah, it's not +4. Yeah.
okay. Brock will attempt to sneak past first.
Alright.
Ignore that +4, it's just a 12.
Rolling its perception. Alright. In... Alright, well, it's no bonus. Okay. So, Sprock, as you're trying to get past it, you just hear a wet slithering sound around the head, and then it starts gurgling. And charges towards you.
Spit. And immediately rages.
Because I had my handful of shurikens ready. Can I just toss those real
I'll
quick?
count that as a ready to action.
Okay. For piercing.
It sinks in, but it doesn't look like it does too much.
I just kind of look at it and growl. There's a lot more where that came from.
Alright, so the first up is Sprock.
Initiative?
Actually, no, it looks like the first up is the Sludge.
Smugma.
And it charges at the door. With the first person being there being Hunter's Moon.
Presumably Spot would have got like somewhere over here by the time it spotted him, yeah?
Yeah. Well, it's just... Actually, no, it would have spotted Sprock. It would have gone after Sprock first. It's gonna move on to you. for the engulf action.
DC 15 con save.
Strength save.
Strength? Oh,
Yeah, to resist it.
I'm proficient in that as well. 17.
All right, you do not get grappled, and
And technically that would have been an advantage as well, so
yeah.
just in case. Yeah.
All right, so you're
17.
not engulfed. But holy hell does this thing smell bad, even for the things you have done. I hear Daisy. I gotta let her back in.
She's just a little baby. Come on, Daisy. Come on.
Okay, I will.
Hello, baby. Hello.
Okay. What you doing, Sprock?
Slashing at it with the horse chopper. On a reckless attack.
Alrighty.
Crit.
Oh boy.
Oh shit.
So 36, 36, 40. Oh, 26, 35 plus 7,
16.
40, 42.
42. That is a healthy chunk now. It doesn't... Is Horse Chopper magical?
No, that's something I need to fix.
Yeah, it seems that it's not doing as much damage as it's supposed to.
Yeah. Fine. Not going to switch weapons just yet, because he's in the middle of some mad slashing. So it slashes once, spins around for a second slash. That's a 24 for 25.
Alright.
It presumably got cut down to 13. And then immediately reverses the swing for the blunt end. And that's a 21 for 28. Before he gets cut down to 14 again.
It's not very happy. It is very much not very happy. Which brings us over to Hunter's Moon.
This doesn't seem
I'm
to be
about to
working.
make it. I'm about to make it equally as unhappy. Haven't had a reason to use this yet, but I think this thing has deserved it. Use insightful maneuver. And I'm gonna make it vulnerable to bludgeoning damage.
Fletch insight. Let's. All right. So, due to how the rules work, it does not gain vulnerability. It just loses resistance.
Okay. And then I'm going to hit it once with a cestus.
All right.
For 5. And because I have mobile, I can step away after I've punched it.
Then it brings us over to Anna Castromo.
Okay. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 30.
Didn't you regain your key points on a short rest?
I did. But I used my action and my bonus action to make... I had to use my bonus action to make it vulnerable to bludgeoning damage. Or not vulnerable, but take away its resistance.
Yep.
Okay. As a bonus action, I hex the creature.
Oh boy.
So I'm giving it disadvantage to strength related skills, ability checks with strength, and I deal an extra 1d6 necrotic if I hit it with an attack.
Okay.
Nice.
And that's a bonus action to cast hex. So,
All right.
does 19 hit?
19 does hit.
Okay. This counts as magical, the weapon. And I also need to roll d6. So 2 necrotic, 5 cold, and 8 slashing with the magical. Should I just add all together, or?
I got it.
Okay.
It still seems like something in that attack was not effective at all.
Okay, so I'm guessing. I have no idea what. It might have been the cold. Who knows? Does a 21 hit?
21 does hit.
Okay,
I did-
10 cold.
I did learn it vulnerabilities, by the way, if it had any.
It does not have vulnerabilities.
Okay.
10 slashing for cold, 1 necrotic.
Something's still being something is still not quite happening.
Okay, I'm guessing it's not slashing unless it's resistant to slashing specifically, because it is a magical longsword at the moment, because of the ability. So,
All right, it is the sludge's turn. The sludge feels the magic of your blade and is going to try to go after you.
I
With
need a fair
its
shot.
contaminated touch for 21.
Ooh.
Yeah, so 21 hits me.
For 12 necrotic, and you need to give me a Constitution saving throw.
I'm trying to remember. Is this character? I forget a lot of my characters and their racial abilities. I don't think there's
I don't think
anything that
Quineshis get anything against contamination.
No, I was thinking necrotic. I think I'm thinking about the other characters I have. Sorry. What saving throw?
Constitution.
Con. I have such terrible luck with con.
You pass.
Never mind.
Hell yeah, there you go.
Okay.
And then it's going to move over onto you now. Now, it does not get to use its engulf, though.
Okay. And golf would be athletics, right? So it'd be disadvantage.
Well,
right?
It's not able to engulf you just yet.
Well, yeah. But even if it was, I'm strong and it would be weakened from the hex. Oh, wait, no. Hex is concentration as well. So that hit me. So I need to make a save, don't I?
Yep. DC 10.
DC 10. What kind of save?
Constitution.
Constitution? Okay.
Concentration is Constitution.
Okay. I maintain concentration on the hex.
All right. Then it goes to Sprock.
Sprock lets the horse chopper just drop, and then he draws Twilight from his back, and in a slash where he activates the light ability on it, he slashes forward recklessly with Twilight.
All right. Just don't call it Bella.
18.
That's it. For 11.
The 31.
31. Yeah, it seems to take the full damage on that.
Ooh.
Wait, so it must be the cold.
Actually, no. That says you rolled necrotic damage.
Oh, right. So what's the necrotic out of that? And few of the small, the 4, the 5, and the 7 come off of that.
4,
So
5, 7, that'd be
it's just-
16.
So it's just the +4, so 15.
Alright. Alright. That's your first attack.
Second. It's a 17.
17 does hit.
And that will be for 14.
Alright. It's still up. Alright, is that the end of your turn?
And yeah.
Alright, Hunter's Moon.
It's gonna run right up to the thing. Just bellow. All right, Mother Arwen, I've had enough of this thing for one night. Help your fist kill this thing. And I'm just gonna beat the shit out of it.
Alright.
18 hits
Yep.
for 1 damage.
Ouch. Come on. Okay, okay. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Martial arts.
25 hits.
For 3.
Flurry of
Constitution
blows.
saves, everyone.
Oh boy.
I'm an excellent con saver.
Ooh.
Another exploder, 26.
So, Randall, your final blow
Yeah.
comes through, and you see the force of your blow radiate through this mass, and the light comes back as a disorienting octarine wave before it bursts. And you're just unfortunate enough to have your mouth open in that time. Both of you gain a level of contamination, and I'm going to need both of you to give me a d6. Alright. Randall, how many levels of contamination do you have as of now?
I think as of now I only have the one.
Okay, you do not mutate. And I
Okay.
don't think Anna has 4 levels.
Correct. I just gained 1. So
Okay. So how it works is that every time you gain a level of contamination, you have to roll a d6. If the number that comes up is equal to the levels of contamination that you have, you mutate. And you have to do that for every level of contamination you gain, even if you gain multiple during the same instance of damage.
Okay.
So if you somehow gain 3 levels of contamination, you need to roll 3d6.
Okay.
Which presumably is to beat 2, then beat 3, then beat
Yeah.
4.
Right.
Yeah, if it is equal to the levels of contamination that you have, you mutate. And you bet your ass I'm taking every fucking chance I get to use this new table.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
I have 50 new things to use to fuck with people. I'm fucking using it. And by the way, one of the mutations is just called Flame On.
ain't no way.
So it's essentially my oracle.
Get the
Um,
fuck out of my chat, you stupid bot.
Human vape.
Next level can't come quick enough.
Oh, I love
Shit,
the
that's why we're-
sewers.
That's why we're down here, so that way we can get to the damn tower.
Because at next level, I get to ignore the effects of contamination.
You still have to roll for mutation, if I remember correctly.
But I get to roll twice and take the better option.
Ugh, that's no fun. I want you to roll a 6.
No, I roll for the mutation once, but when I roll on the mutation table, I get to roll twice and take whichever
I
one
know,
prefer.
but I want to give you the Cersei treatment.
Oh,
Hey, no, I'm not talking about Game of Thrones.
That level 4 monk, I'm excited for. That slow fall, I'm gonna love that shit.
All right, so you are able to look out into the tunnel, and while it's a lot more wet than it was earlier, the water has slowed to a crawl. Even in the central, I can't remember what it's called, but that central, like, ditch.
Gully.
Yeah, it would only be about knee high on Sprock kneecapper.
Okay.
It's raidable.
And you
Even
look,
for
and
me.
the gate itself seems to have completely receded into the ceiling.
Onwards we go.
All thanks to my brilliant plan.
Alright, now this is where I do not have any more extra custom maps, but we have fun. This is largely just set dressing now.
Good.
I love the Drakkenheim maps. Like, I don't know who worked on it. I know they paid for it, but they did a fan-fucking-tastic job.
Yeah, these are so damn well. These are well done.
The new book
They're
has
so fun.
there's 2 Sprocks.
The fuck?
Oh, we're coming from that end.
Alright. So, you're supposed to be heading towards the market. That's actually we're gonna bring us to the map real quick so we can regain our footing. Because the party had just passed the point where they would have gotten towards the inner part of the wall and gotten past it. Now, I 150% understand why they did not make a fucking map for the sewer system. That would be absurd.
Mm-hmm.
But part of me wishes that they had some lines to show where the major thoroughfares went. Yeah, I could always... Someone in the Discord probably has it.
Yeah, because I really liked the underground maps.
Oh, we'll be going back, but I just wanted to help us regain our footing. Because the party had just come from... here. And then the sewer line took them up to about here. And you're still trying to get towards the tower. So, at this...
I only made a good amount of distance.
And that was with 3 major things getting in your way. Including the Teenage Mutant Needle Teetles.
So, question: should we go back for Ericos real quick?
You would... Part of the issue is that you would have to go back to point 9 on the map.
Oh, he's all the way back there. Never mind.
Yeah.
That's
It's
okay.
fine. We are the power
Yeah.
team.
It's fine.
You have a
I'm
cleric.
not worried.
Bring us back there, and I will bring us back to our lovely little table. That zoomed way the fuck out. But for all intents and purposes, I largely just want to use this map to help keep us with some nice, pretty visuals. I will tell you where the actual layout is important, but for now, Sprock, you're the guide. Well, Sprock and Randall would know the sewers.
Well, by my reckoning, we should be somewhere south of the market, just the other side of the river.
We were following signs, weren't we?
I can look around, but I don't remember the trail going any further from here.
As you head forward, you come to the point where there's 3 separate ways to go. There's sluice gates to the east and west that are closed, and the one to the north seems to have opened when you open the one before you. Looking forward, or listening forward, you start hearing some odd sounds coming from further in the tunnel.
You're in your guards.
I'm trying to prepare to talk, but I just took a massive gulp of Dr. Pepper.
I want to see if there's any markers that I could have left in the past, or any indicators of, one, why that gate is open, and just any indication of direction of movement needing of where we need to go.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a look too.
Perception.
22.
All right.
Hell, you know what? I have quite a few of these, so
As you're looking through the
30.
debris that's on, or the debris that's around the 2 gates to the left and right, it looks as if maybe the gate to the north had been closed for some time, and the water itself had just, when you opened it, maybe that gate, when it opened, it forces the other 2 to close.
I believe we're still south of the river, so we have to go north at some point.
Randall, you're paying attention and looking through some of the debris, and you see what looks to be a very crude spear. You take a look at it, and the tip of it isn't some stone or metal, but what looks like seashells. An image bursts through your mind as you recall being chased through these tunnels by some creatures, these abominations of flesh that had chased you through here before. You don't remember too much other than you stole something from them.
Randall kind of snaps back, has a bit of a headache. He has a pain after inspecting the spear. And he looks towards Sprock. Well, bad news. I hoped that whatever was down here still wasn't. I think down to the north, there's some creatures that at one point in history I may or may not have stolen from. I hope I'm wrong, but if I'm not, the tunnel to the north could have some fun visitors for us.
22 on a survival check to try and, from what Randall was saying, to figure out what sort of creatures they may be referring to from previous excursions into these sewers.
Between Randall's description and looking at the spear, you would recognize that he's very likely talking about the fish folk that have taken residence in the sewers.
Yeah, fish folk. Not very nice.
I wonder what I could have stolen from them.
You stole something? You got up to some weird shit back in the day.
I
Could've
don't
been-
recall, but
Could have been absolutely anything.
well,
What is the problem with fish folk? Wait.
They're not very friendly.
who knows what they could have? Who knows what they could have had? What I wanted back in the day.
They're not fish folk. They're not fish folk like you. They're different.
I unfortunately do not have all the unique tokens for them.
Different in what way?
More fish-like.
More monstrous. I wouldn't not liken them to a
50%,
mutated abomination.
50% less person, 80% more fish.
More fish-like.
Wait, so
less-
that's what you thought of me this whole time? When
more
you were
fish-like.
calling me and my cousin fish folk?
No. These are more fish folk, less longshank folk. You more
Yeah, no, I get that, but why? But Moose has been talking.
You're
like
more
we're the same.
okay. You are more fish stick. They are more fish freak.
And with that awkward silence, we're going to take our quick break.
Good people.
That's fair. I was trying to think of the right thing to say.
So we're going to take a 10-minute break. I'm going to get myself a bottle of water, and I'm going to take Daisy outside. See you soon.
Yeah.
If it makes you feel any better, my supervisor knows the true meaning of icy hot. For the fact that I put a little bit on the seat of his tow motor not too long ago. Because he decided to make some snide-ass comment about my dog. And we're back with the chat hearing that.
Hell yeah.
Look, the important thing is it's not mayo. It has some heat type levels. That's the extreme opposite end.
Yeah,
It's
this is the same
that
motherfucker.
buffalo sauce ranch combo.
This is the same person that we talked about earlier in Discord, who also said that he would have sold Daisy the moment that he heard how much she's worth.
Stab.
Oh god.
Stab.
And he threatened to steal Chopper and sell him.
The fuck?
Ugh.
There's a reason why he's not allowed within 300 feet of my house, and I reminded him that Ohio is a castle doctrine state. You don't fuck with my family. And my dogs are part of my family.
Remember, kids, the people you don't like have IP address.
The sad thing is, I know how to track him. He's kind of fucking predictable. He goes to the same strip club every fucking week.
La cringe, bro.
You wanna know how I know he does? Because it's not even 3 blocks away from where I work. And I have seen him leave work to go straight there.
Yeah, not very subtle.
Alright. Anyways, instead of talking about things that can't be talked about in detail on Twitch, let's talk about things that can't really be talked about in too much detail on Twitch. How are you gonna murder?
Same way I always do, with my bare hands and violently, full of rage, nothing but piss and vinegar in my body. Let's
just
go.
sounds
Let's
like your
find people
average.
to
That
kill.
just sounds like your ideal date night with a goth woman, Moose.
With extreme prejudice.
That
with
too.
extreme prejudice.
And also hot sauce involved for some reason.
She's just gonna start calling you a
Look,
filthy
there's
Hawkeye
Carolina
man.
Reaper. There's Carolina Reaper in new places.
Oh.
Alright. So, you said you're planning to move forward. You still following the path, or are you deciding to retreat?
Well, we had to go. Sprock, you said that we had to go north eventually.
And east and west are blocked off, so onwards we go.
Might as well if we run into the fish people. I have nothing to apologize for.
Mm-hmm.
But nothing to them.
After a moment, you do start hearing talking. You get a bit closer and... Sorry, wife blew me a kiss that had to be given back. Rules is rules, damn it.
So wholesome, it makes me sick.
Do these things actually speak a language? Says that they do, but...
Ow.
As you get closer, you do start hearing... Fuck it, we'll go with what the module says. You start hearing something in very sloppy common. Sorry, the puppies were chewing on one of Megan's Pokemon plushes. Specifically Jigglypuff.
Just kind of go up to the corner and listen in. See if I can't discern what is being said.
They took Glub Glub! Where is he? Where's Glub Glub? Oh no, oh no, oh no. The Duchess will be very angry. Oh.
Could be friendly.
I'm fucking killing Moose with this.
Oh, fuck's sake. That is not what I was expecting to hear.
Always good to kill someone.
I don't know what to do with that, man. Like, what the fuck?
Okay, Sprock will walk around the corner.
Go right behind you. Fuck.
Well, surface dwellers. Hey, did you take him?
This club person you were talking about? Never heard of him. Is there a problem?
He's missing.
Where did you see him last?
We were walking down the sewer. The water disappeared, and then something with little needle fingers grabbed him.
Needle fingers?
Yes.
Doesn't sound good. Which way did they go?
I don't know. It disappeared. It was there for a minute, then just gone.
Okay, which way was it?
It points to another closed sluice gate.
Have you seen any levers?
Oh, any doors?
Stop chewing on my pants, you fucking gremlin. This is payback because I'm taking him in for surgery tomorrow. They know they have to be assholes today. Doors? No.
Levers?
No. No. Blip would have pulled one. And he points back to a smaller fish folk, and he just kind of waves at you.
I wave back.
Hunter's Moon just kind of awkwardly raises his hand and waves.
He starts waving back more.
Well,
I just kind of kneel down to Sprock. These fish people are kind of freaking me out. I don't know why.
grow a pair. If we could find a door by a sluice gate or some levers, we could possibly get that gate back open again, and we could look for your friend.
Oh, yes. Oh. But where would the door be?
The last one was hidden behind some overgrown moss.
Well, it has been a while since we ate. Blip just starts chewing on a mushroom that was growing out of the wall.
I want to kind of see if I can discern what that thing was that he was talking about with the creature with the needle fingers. See if that rings any bells for me.
All right.
So either I'm guessing either history or survival.
More likely survival.
I'm going to do survival. Rage is likely worn off by now, so just 12.
I'm also going to do survival.
19!
Hey, hot damn.
I mean, I've got +6 in survival, so...
Anna, you would... While the other two are trying to think about some monster, it comes to your head... What if they're talking about the ratlings?
What's a rat? As a player, what's a ratling?
Very much what it sounds like. It is like the fish folk, but with rat.
Yeah, humanoid rats. They have a rat prince. All that. They're fucking annoying.
Did it have like long, toothy jaw, like and a tail?
Blip Blip start like you can't quite tell what the sound is. It is the mix between a squeak and a yelp, and he just starts nodding his massive fish head up and down.
So it seems to be rattlings.
Oh no! No! The rats eat us.
All the more reason to find a door and some levers. So you help us look. We'll rescue your friend.
Yes, we are not friends with rattlings.
Last time we ran into them, I scared the living daylights out of them, so we should be able to rescue your friend, no problem.
Oh, thank you! We need to find Glub Glub. He is the Duchess's favorite.
Okay, I just had a sudden horrible thought. Although that involves spoilers for Invincible. Anyways.
I have not watched all the new season yet.
Yep. Just gonna leave it at that.
I just want to point out that this guy is alive somehow, and yet poor lovable Steve is no longer with us. This fucker is still somehow alive in these sewers. It's okay
So,
though.
with the fish folks' help, do we get advantage on perception checks when searching for?
Yeah.
Okay.
17.
Hmm?
11. 23.
Hello.
All right. As you do, you fairly methodically come up with by grabbing some debris, or you do walk down the tunnel, scraping some of the walls, and Hunter's Moon actually finds a rake along the way and starts doing that. Hunter's Moon, not entirely paying attention as he does it, more watching the fish folk. He's walking with the rake against the wall and his arm out, and it kind of snags and yanks on his arm as you're walking past.
I turn my head quickly back and just kind of move along back towards the wall and see what caught the rake on the wall.
You look, and it looks like it is some sort of iron lattice. You are it's kind of hard to see with the vegetation growing over it right now, but you figure that with a moment of time you could clear some of the vegetation off.
All right, I just pull out one of my crescent-shaped blades and just start cutting away the vegetation.
After a couple minutes, you clear it out and you see this large cistern on the other side of the lattice. The cistern itself is pretty fucking big, honestly. And as you're looking through, you see a body falling from above into the water with a hard smack.
What sort of body?
It looks humanoid.
And this is just on the other side of the grate.
Yeah.
Did it look fishy humanoid?
Not really.
Humanoid.
Is there any other exits out of it?
kind of peer through the tunnel, see if I can't see any sort of corners or access points inward, or if I can determine a way around.
As you're looking, Blip Blip is looks at what you're looking at and starts clapping.
What are you doing?
The other fish folks up. Oh, you found the harvest ground.
Harvest ground.
Excuse me, the harvest ground?
This is where the blessed harvest is given to us. This is where we get most of our food. Are you hungry?
Are you telling me that you eat people?
We don't eat each other, no.
I mean, Body is already dead, so.
Living down here, they got to survive somehow. Anyway, is there any tunnels leading out from your feeding grounds to somewhere other side of that gate?
He whispers to Blip Blip for a moment, and Blip Blip looks over to the third fish folk, and the third fish folk says, "Yeah, there's something down that way."
Okay, so if we get in there, we can get the other side of the gate. Good to know. And Sprox goes up to the grate and starts trying to tear it off the wall.
I will assist Sprock in trying to tear it off the wall.
27.
Okay, never mind.
As you start prying the grate starts screaming.
Hello?
Is that
Great?
is that they're not screaming? How do you open it normally? I assume it's not always screaming.
It's going to be screaming for a reason. Hello? Great. Are you there? Can you talk?
Hold on.
As you start looking it over, you notice that it almost looks like there's a person fused with the grate. Do you need me to spray him?
I'm just worried about Daisy because she's trying to sleep.
Sorry about almost tearing you apart. You mind opening up?
Ah!
I'll take that as a no.
Wait. Is there something we can help you with, Great? Do you have a name? You need a hug.
Where am I?
Well, you appear to be fused with the Great.
We're in the sewers under Drakkenheim.
Where?
Yeah, you're kind of fused to a grate along the sewer wall. Sorry, bud.
No. I was in the castle.
Castle?
You're a long way from the castle. We're clear across the other side of the river at the moment.
No. No sense. Doesn't make sense.
Do you have a name?
Fuck it. If it's high enough, he gets a name. Motherfucker, of course I roll a nat 20.
Hell
That has to be
yeah.
a good name.
Oh.
And we'll befriend the gate, and they'll become
Cool.
like our new favorite contact, and
He'll be
we'll
our
have tea
agent in the
parties.
sewers.
No, his name is Walter. Walter the Wall.
Now, Walter, it seems that you're fused to this great. I can't see any way of freeing you. Probably due to some mutation from the meteor.
You can actually
wouldn't have the
inspect him if you wanted to.
Okie
Sure.
dokie.
Medicine check.
Okay. I'm curious.
Whoops.
But Anna and Hunter's Moon both manage it.
As you're looking over him, it's not so much that he fused with the Great, but the Great itself is part of his body now. You start following the limbs, and you start seeing that his fingers have stretched and broken and bent into the place of where these bars lock into the wall.
I would say that you are stuck in there very good. Even if I did have a way to get you out, I don't know if it wouldn't kill you.
Wait,
But on the request, I can give you a hug, if that helps.
I was with the academy paid me. I was with the lanterns.
Okay, let's see if we
Oh.
can free you. Sprock starts attacking
What?
you, Rockface, roughly where his limbs are attaching to the wall.
Right. If you give me a successful athletics check, I will tell you how long it would take for you to get through there.
15.
All right. It with you trying to be careful, it would take you about 20 minutes to actually chisel his form out of the wall.
Well, then I'll do that.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything you wanted to try to talk to him about while you're chiseling him out?
So,
Yeah. Do you know how you got down here?
I was supposed to go to... I was at the castle door. Then the dragon was there. I can't remember the breath.
Why were you at the castle?
The lanterns needed a mage.
A mage for what?
They said that they wanted the crown.
And you foolishly tried to go up against the dragon to get it?
I thought it was dead. I didn't see it until I was there. It was something
There's
that
a-
big hide.
There's a lesson that you should take well the next time, if you even get a next time against a dragon such as that. Certain things in Drakkenheim don't die. I speak from experience.
I remember acid. Then I was here. Gods, what happened?
So, I assume this was all after the meteor fell.
What it's sounding like.
Do you know about the meteor falling?
Yes.
Okay.
Uh, I was told that the crown could fix it.
Who told you that?
Drexel.
Is he who you were stationed under?
I was paid to escort him.
Well, we just come from Drexel, and we'll be heading back towards him at some point. So, once I finish freeing you out of here, we will leave you in the company of our friends here who will look after you. And on our way back, we will pick you up and we'll take you off to Drexel. They may find a way of helping you.
Would Drexel know how to help?
Well, if they were... Drexel's got a lot of contacts. He can contact the academy. They might have some way of helping.
We just need to get him somewhere. Go ahead.
Oh, could we? Who is your teacher? Maybe we could leave you with that person. Like,
I graduated under Alabaster.
Alabast?
Alabaster. The director.
Do I know who that is?
Yeah, I don't know if I know who that is.
Would I know who that is? I know that wasn't my teacher, but
you can roll history on it.
Okay. It's not my strong suit, but
With a shot.
19. Well, Ozma gets a 13, Moose 19.
Surprisingly.
You
clearly didn't pay attention in school, Anna.
Randall, you remember someone with that name buying large amounts of delirium from you at one point?
Kind of think for a moment, I just say he bought delirium from me in a large shipment at one point. Do I remember like where?
You remember you were told to meet somewhere near somewhere on the outskirts of Kleinkessel. Or of Kesselholm. But you can't quite remember where it was, but you do remember that the payment itself was it was in the 5 digits.
Didn't buy it for cheap. I used to do a lot of business running out of Kesselholm. It was a popular meeting spot for people in the early days of the Queensmen. Guy's a pretty big name. I made a lot of money off of him.
Kesselheim's a long way to go. If we leave him with Drexel got the resources to get him back to his people.
As long as we get him back to Drexel and somewhere safe, others can help him out.
And Drexel, being his employer, would want to know what happened to him, so...
How long do you think you've been down here?
I was here. The contract was for middle of springtide. 20,
What year?
1122.
And what year is it currently?
It is 1126.
26.
That was like 4 years ago. I'm surprised that you're not dead. Though I've seen just equally as strange.
I'm sorry, but Lyric is just staring at me with the cutest little face. Boop. Someone's got to boop the little Lyric. Speaking of, wife and I are thinking about maybe changing Lyric and Chopper's emotes. Something a little more expressive of who they are.
Oh boy.
Well, Megan sent me a picture of Lyric with a toy in her mouth. And she does like to just carry them around. Alright. So what are you doing with him? Because carrying this guy would easily be the weight of a full-grown human.
That's why I was suggesting leaving him with the fish folk.
You look back and Blip Blip is pulling barnacles off of him and eating them.
He'll be fine.
This one,
I would
not
be
bad, not
concerned
rude.
about.
Blip Blip looks very sad.
Now, we've got to go through here.
Oh,
Can we leave our friend with you until we get back with your friend?
if you need, you help us. So, help yourself to harvest.
I don't think I want to be doing that.
Well, you remember a full body falling.
Yeah, that's why he says it like that.
But, think.
What's on the body?
We don't know. We've not gone into the system to investigate it.
I don't want to use that one. I want to use this one.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that big. So I once we can, I look at the body.
All right. I am going to drag y'all over here to a new map, which a couple of you may recognize, for better or worse.
A black square. My favorite.
The most threatening map. is the map of darkness.
The void
leaves
will
shadows
swallow
on darkness
all.
itself.
It's not a void for two of you.
Now 3 of us.
Now it's just
Yeah,
now it's just the sewers from Outlast.
Never played.
Fucking terrifying.
Yeah, that's why I've never played it.
But
Oh.
we were recently here in the other
Outlast.
game.
No, I still have my opinions on Outlast, which is that a majority of it isn't really scary to me anymore because it accidentally humanized a majority of the people there. So like, I'm like, oh, this is.
You feel more bad
this
for
is
them
Bob.
than anything?
He acts out like.
Yeah, like the story
guy.
of Chris Walker. You meet him and he wants your fucking head on a spike, and then you read more and more documents about him, and he's like, he actually turns out to be the victim, and he was like a soldier and everything. You're like, oh, okay. Like you're still terrifying, but like I don't want you dead necessarily. Just stop wanting to fucking kill me, please.
The only thing I know about Atlas is that a bunch of people got banned off of Twitch because there was just full dong in a couple moments.
Oh yeah. Yeah, whistleblower. You you almost get your dick chopped off with a buzzsaw.
No, as in they are walking around fully naked.
That too.
Yeah. In the base game, there's like there's a couple people. There's a couple of times in the game where with people they're the two. There's a
the two
people
bodyguards. Yeah, the two twins.
Yeah, they're always like fucking naked and running around
they're
with
always
their dogs
standing
out.
in doorways, fucking naked, creepy as motherfucker.
Smiling.
Yeah.
No, that's the groom.
Alright, so there is a lovely little block of text that I do want to find.
Anyone who's played Outlast will remember the groom.
I wouldn't.
I'm terrible with names.
He's the guy who thought that you were a woman and like wanted to marry you, and like he had that creepy ass smile on his face.
Oh wait, is that from Whistleblower?
That is from Whistleblower, yes.
Okay, that's why I don't know that one, because I haven't played all the way through Whistleblower. I have played all the way through Outlast like at least a couple times, but
easily the scariest motherfucker in their roster. Dude is horrifying.
Yeah, Whistleblower made me very concerned for my safety, like a lot more. I was like way more paranoid with Whistleblower than with Outlast.
I never played 2, but it looks equally as just what the fuck. Get me out. Get me out.
Anyway.
Alright, so sorry, I'm just preparing the loot, if any.
Okay.
Because y'all were talking, so I figured that would have been a good time.
Yeah. God, I kept because when I did that video on Outlast or whatnot, there were so many hardcore parkour moments that I might have said that a lot while recording myself playing Outlast. Hardcore parkour.
I always played a lot of Assassin's Creed games, so it never bothered me. Although to this day, I can say that without fail, gravity is my arch enemy.
I was like, I forgot the big guy can do parkour, so I was like, oh my god.
And it's fucking terrifying when he does it.
Oh, I just found it funny because I was very much like, can't get me. I was like, oh no.
I was like, how'd your big ass get up here?
Alright, so I'm sorry, I just got flashbanged that there's a magic item just called the Anchor.
So, pog.
Not the I read it, it's not what you think it is.
Damn it.
And it's not going to be useful at all in this campaign.
Aww.
The dream is ruined.
Alright, so you come through, and this is a massive cistern. As you approach, it is littered with bodies.
See that Liza P. dummy looking body over there?
And you could, it is What the fuck? Okay, hang on. Not. Thank you. Wanted things to actually fucking work. There we go. So, you... I'm gonna assume that you want to try to search some of the bodies, or are you leaving them?
I definitely my plan was to search the bodies and suggest that and give the rest of the corpses just suggest that the fish people can have do whatever they want with the corpses after we're done looting them. That was my thought process.
Hmm.
I don't know about anyone else's.
Hunter's Moon is also going to loot some of the corpses and just note that he is extremely mad at how many of the corpses down here are because of the quote unquote harvesting. He is pissed beyond belief right now.
I'm
But
back.
he's not gonna piss off the fish people, so
Wait, is the harvesting some sort of event?
Calm down. Calm down. Fish people can't help it. They got to eat. Thing you got to be worried about is who killing these people.
I know. That's why we need to get back to the surface.
As you're looking through the bodies, another one falls from the ceiling. Or rather, a hole in the ceiling.
I look up the hole instinctively.
I just want to like instinctively, I like not seeing the body. I turn around quickly with blade in hand, and I'm just checking to see if the fucker's actually dead.
The body is very dead. It is. There are dozens of holes in the torso in a very fine grid pattern.
Do I see anything up the hole? Or should I make a perception check? Or
You
I will
see
also
something? Go
look
ahead and
up.
make the perception check.
I am an excellent perceiver.
We are fucking magnificent.
18 on perception. 16 on survival. Are we by any chance under Slaughter Zone Square?
As you're looking up, you see this hulking figure reaching up, grabbing a body off of its back before dropping it into the hole. And it does it 2 or 3 more times.
I think we're at where I think we're at.
I don't know where we're at.
Every
gonna
instinct in my body is telling me to fucking run.
I'm gonna
Well,
continue to.
We're
I'm gonna
one
search the new corpses.
we're one of two places. We're either under Slaughter Stone Square or we're underneath the crater.
Do you have advantage on your survival?
I know. Seems like it.
Actually, no.
No?
I guess can I make a survival check to see if I
Yeah.
can figure out where we are?
Yeah.
A 20. Does a 20 not natural?
By comparing the path that you went through and rechecking how far you've traveled, it makes a lot of sense that you're under Slaughterstone.
Oh,
Uh...
the place over I described the general area because I'm assuming my character doesn't like have the direct areas mapped out, but like I describe where we are.
Hunter's Moon, blade in hand, kind of flinches and he goes, "Oh no, we need to move."
Oh,
Very, very quiet.
is this problem?
Extremely big problem.
The executioner, massive problem.
As you try to leave, you notice that, well, Walter was the way blocking into here. The only way out is either up the stairs or back where you came.
They said this led to the other side of the gate. I'm assuming they didn't go up to Slaughterstone Square to get the other side.
I'm going to
Are the stairs up?
cautiously. Yeah, they stairs up or downward.
They go up.
I'm going to cautiously approach the staircase.
Sprock sticks his head outside of the hole where the grate was. Looks at the fish people. Did you have to go up to get to the other side?
No, but there's great ones in here either. Blip, Blip, what do you do? Blip, Blip just holds his hands up confused.
Well, a lot has changed in these tunnels in the last few years. It makes sense that this could be one of the consequences of that.
What's the thing to the west, or
The
is that not? a thing?
the way to the west is how you came.
Oh, what's to the north?
There is a solid grate there.
Okay. What if we break the grate?
Yeah, that's why I
Or-
came over here.
Would have to do it in one go.
Um.
It will be noisy.
Oh.
So,
Wait. What's the grate made out of? Can you tell?
All right, give me a Arcana or Perception check.
My perception's unfortunately higher than my Arcana. Ah, fuck. I rolled low.
22.
21.
Sprock and Randall notice that this material is shimmering, similar to how delirium shimmers, even though it looks like iron. As you reach out and give it a bit of a tug, you hear Walter scream.
Oh, what's
Ah.
wrong, Walter?
I think this grate is somehow connected to him.
We may have to find a quieter alternative route through.
What's in the northeast? What is that?
You mean here? That's a stair.
Stairs there, both going up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I want to... Did we just head up the staircase?
You mean head up into the middle of Slaughterstone Square?
Well, no, okay. I didn't think it would go right. I didn't think it would go right up to Slaughterstone Square,
Slaughterstone Square. What is that?
Oh, don't worry about it. We'll enjoy all of that later.
Well, I mean,
it's where the executioner resides.
Is
tall, angry giant. Mega giant.
I mean, we can't go back, so we just try and go through the grate.
I'm trying to
Took,
think.
took an hour to get through the last one without hurting Walter. It was quite
I'm trying to
noisy.
remember. What do I remember about delirium?
Well,
Delirium,
one thing about delirium is that the effects of it are about as unpredictable as wild magic itself.
Okay. So it's a fun material. Okay.
It is magical uranium.
Yeah, a fun material.
Yeah, delirium is what causes
Is there
delirium.
any,
Delirium is what causes the mist that causes contamination.
is there any uh is there anything past the gate?
It looks like there is more the sewers, and it looks like it leads deeper.
Okay. But there's nothing
Hmm.
like there's no levers or anything like that.
It doesn't look like it.
Okay. It's just sewers, unpredictable things.
Yeah, if it were not so harmful to what's his fuck over there, I would just have this. I would just help Sprock rip this grate off. But
What happens if I just like touch the grate?
I love giving moral conundrums.
What just happens if I touch the grate?
It feels oddly fleshy.
Okay, but like it doesn't cause any problems just by touching it.
Not that you notice.
Okay.
maybe just rip it off like a band-aid, you know?
Uh I am concerned. There are things I'm curious about because it feels fleshy, so but it seems to hurt um I forgot. I'm terrible with names.
Walter.
You know, Walter.
Walter. Yeah.
Walter the Wall.
Walter, put your dick away, Walter.
Uh. I really want
Walter,
to
the
cast
no clip has
sapping sting
failed,
on it.
Walter.
No, that would probably be like the worst thing to do.
What?
That'd probably be the worst thing to do.
But it's so curious.
No, I don't think that's a wise idea. Personally.
um. Uh.
My
we
favorite
just go
things that I know.
Can you talk? Uh. Fleshy Newgate.
It does not speak back.
I ask it the same question in deep speech.
It does not talk back.
Okay.
Rock, what do you think? Could we just tear this thing off?
Yeah, it's part of it's part of Walter. Tugged on it, Walter screamed. It's part of Walter. It's a part of Walter that's not attached, but still kind of attached somehow.
Oh, Walter.
No, we either get rid of this grate somehow or end up there with that Titan.
Walter, what's it like if you try to open the gate? It seems to be connected to you.
It's another grate rather than a gate.
Well, great.
Yeah. It look
Yeah,
all right.
they're
So
great.
it looks to be a very similar lattice of how Walter's
Yeah.
flesh ended up.
Oh, Walter's the fleshy one.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
Okay.
the one that you were just at, the one that's stopping you from going north, it looks like it's made out of normal iron, except there's an odd octarine shimmer to it.
But it feels fleshy.
Hmm. Um.
We're just gonna have to go for it.
Goodbye, Walter.
Sorry, Walter. I don't want to do this. I hate that I'm having to do this. Rage.
But Walter is innocent in this.
Do you see another way out?
If he's in two pieces,
but-
if he's in two pieces, he's not going to be able to be restored. Fuck this city.
Would it be a Ziggy game without moral struggles?
25.
That's a hit, and you crack it in half. You hear a sharp gasp from down the hall, and then nothing.
Sorry, Walter.
I rush over and just check on Walter.
You see a full-grown elf who has been bisected.
You see half a full-grown elf.
And before anyone accuses me of anything, yes, there is a way out of it.
Yeah, I'm not accusing you of anything.
I wasn't-
My
I-
character's
No.
just upset.
I have shared my streams in another server, and someone accused me of rigging things. I don't put a puzzle in front of my players without there being a legitimate answer to it or a way to subvert it. And
Yeah.
the way to have the way to have gotten through this one is that you had to sacrifice a large chunk of the delirium that you had.
Yeah, I was starting to go through. I was going to start testing with the delirium I had on me. Look, my character's got.
Now, I'm gonna say this right now. It would have taken about 300 gold worth of delirium to get through that and restore him. So it would have been expensive.
Yeah, I've only got one delirium fragment, so
it could have been a neat little side quest to have done, but again,
yeah, Spock was just getting angrier and angrier at the choice. That no one seemed to have any other options. So
I mean, it's a little goblin barbarian. He's gonna get angry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't have any. I simply do not have any answers for, something is fucking with delirium. What do you want me to do about it? I'm the fucking cleric. What do you want me to do about it?
Yeah, no.
If there was one of our more cerebral players here, it may have gone a bit differently. But
maybe if you had Ericos, but you left him.
Look, my character still has issues with what happened, but
you always could have grabbed the druid. All right, so you do manage to make your way forward, and as you walk past these last few stairs, you get that odd feeling as if you know that feeling when you walk into a new room and it just
Wait,
feels different?
Mm-hmm.
wait. Is the gate still delirium based?
No. The
Okay.
gate itself is a normal gate now, but it's cut in half.
Okay, I just need to make sure about that
Yeah.
because once they're dead, they're still dead. Sorry, I've got bonds. I would sacrifice my life and soul to protect the innocent. And then flaws, I feel no compassion for the dead. They're the lucky ones. So, like,
Yeah.
conflicting feelings about stuff. I'm still upset at Sprock.
Do you need to bribe them?
Huh?
Do you need to
But
bribe
anyway,
them?
sorry.
I could just pick her up and move her, but I moved.
Yeah. Sprock's not happy about it either. But
Randall's pissed about it because he knew that he couldn't do anything about it.
mm-hmm.
There's only one way to leave.
And we're technically on a race against time because a fish person was snagged by a rat folk.
Mm-hmm.
But you walk down the stairs, and as soon as you pass them, it feels different. And don't worry, I already rolled the loot from all of you getting your, from searching the bodies.
Okay.
You feel almost as if there's something watching you. You don't see anything, but you almost feel eyes are on you.
Just gonna take a little.
19
Okay.
You can't see
And
anything.
20.
and a 20.
You can't see anything, but it feels... It's that nagging feeling in the back of your head that something's watching you. Not just that, but it almost feels like it wants you to know that they're watching you.
This feels like scrying magic or something. Some weird shit like that.
Sprock's carefully making his way forward.
I am pretty much standing right behind Sprock, pacing alongside him.
What's the water like?
The water itself here is very clean. Almost concerningly clean compared to what you've just walked through.
I dip my hand in and take a taste of the water.
It's almost sweet.
Huh.
Sweet water's not good.
Water is sweet. Can I make it? I'm gonna make a nature check to see if I know, remember if anything comes to mind. That's a 10. Anything strange about sweet water?
I mean, I would have been in these sewers a long time, going through it. I would know
But-
something.
26 for survival.
Oh,
23.
You remember stories of the Duchess. You remember small tales from the fish folk in Drakkenheim. The Duchess as this all-powerful creator. This entity that's supposed to bring them towards a new age. Their leader. Their savior. Their goddess. you've heard a few tales of her, and a few whispers that she wants to reclaim the land from the surface dwellers. That she wants to reshape the world for her and her kin.
Mm.
This isn't good.
It's been too long. I'm going to follow you in the water. It's been too long since I've been in a very clean area like this. I miss breathing underwater. I jump in.
I don't.
Don't, thi-
I don't
don't
trust
think it's
it.
things that looked up too late.
Yeah, Barry's. I jump in.
Give me a wisdom save.
I knew it.
Interesting.
I knew it.
Is it a magical effect?
Yes.
Okay.
For all intents and purposes, we're going to call it magical just to simplify. Yay, Laneshi.
Yeah, I have advantage with the first time this trait activates. I need to make a DC 12. Do I do the wisdom save, the actual wisdom save first, or do I do the DC 12? Okay. Oh yeah, because it needs to activate. So 21 on my wisdom save,
Right.
and then another 21. So I'm not rested. My control isn't rested, so like I'm in full control.
You, in the back of your mind as you go under the water, you feel a slight tug at your consciousness with the words, "Come to me."
Do I get the feeling of where it's calling me?
It's calling you from the east.
Okay. I get out of the water.
Are you all right, Anna?
Yes, the magical control attempts. Bad stuff
I
to
did
the
warn
east.
you.
I did try to tell you to not go in that water, but
I mean, I was fine. I'm not weak-minded like you, so like I'm good.
weak-minded. You just splashed around in the water like a child, and you called me weak-minded.
Well, because it didn't do anything.
It only didn't do anything to you because somehow you're mentally fortified enough to not get affected by that water.
Well, yes, because I have a strong mind.
You are somehow able to recognize the consequences of your actions, but too stupid to understand. Maybe I shouldn't splash around.
Look, I have a int of 8 and a wisdom of 16.
I miss your cousin. I miss your cousin more. I miss your cousin more. He was the smarter one.
So, bad stuff to the east. So, I got information.
Do me a favor and don't do that again.
Yeah, information to
I mean,
not go to the east.
it looked like very good water.
This is what I mean. You're a fucking child. But still, where are you?
Look, all the water around here is dirty.
And you decide, yes, I'm going to swim in dirty water.
I don't want to swim in dirty water. I like clean water.
If it's sweet, it's not clean.
That's the point I'm trying to make, damn it.
But the point is, we shouldn't go east.
I want to smack Anna on the back of the head like Gibbs in NCIS. Just look at what you did.
God
I
damn it.
didn't do anything. We're fine. We can go north.
We go north.
And I believe that would be a good place to stop. It's been 3 hours.
Yep. And I would like to say that your loot has been decided. And I dropped something. God damn it, Moose. So, Lyric wants to announce it, apparently.
Tell us, Lyric.
So, the loot that you have received is... you have received... Where'd it go? You've received
God damn it.
3 potions of healing. A periapt of wound closure. A satchel that is worth of various coins, gems, and other valuables that is worth 500 gold.
Wow. Okay.
And then the kicker on all of it, 7 delirium fragments.
Well, hot damn. Yo, we get back to the dwarves. Yeah, we're gonna have some good shit to make.
Each fragment being worth 100 gold each.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yes.
Now,
Well, that's 2 each and 1 to spare.
now, that 1d100 from earlier was to decide if you were going to get a rare item instead. And then the 2d100 was to decide the actual rare item.
Hmm.
And
Hell yeah. Awesome.
And the periapt of wound closure, while requires attunement, while you wear this pendant, you stabilize whenever you are dying at the start of your turn. In addition, whenever you roll a hit die to regain hit points, you double the number of hit points it restores.
I want that so bad.
I'll leave it for the squishier.
What?
I'll leave it for the squishier people.
And
Wouldn't it
if
be good for
you-
the cleric? Wouldn't it be good for a cleric to have that?
I hurt
Throwing
myself.
hit points.
Alright, so what that means is that it would be better for Anna because Anna uses hit dice.
Mm.
So it's not that you heal others more, it's that you heal yourself more.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah,
And it automatically stabilizes you at the beginning of your turn.
Yeah. So like.
Yeah, I
just
could see that
because-
for a blood hunter. Yeah.
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 Exactly. That's why I was like, I need that. I need that period of wound closure.
Yep.
I assume everyone's gonna be fine with that.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
They got plenty of fucking loot, don't worry.
I just remembered what class you were, and I was like, yeah, that makes sense.
I can't spell. How do you spell period?
I'm putting it in chat.
Oh, okay.
Periapt.
PT. Okay, alright. For some reason, I knew there was a letter there. I just couldn't think.
Alright. So, with that, I think it's time to say good night. Thank you for watching. And remember, someone loves you.